Hello everyone, this is Ron from High Tech Legion, and this is the ICY DOCK Ultra Slim MB559U3S external 3.5-inch SATA hard drive enclosure, and this uses a USB 3.0 and eSATA interface to connect to your computer. And you can see here some of the features it has in front and icon form, and as you can see here on the front cover, it comes in two varieties. You have the black version and the white version. And if we flip the box at the back, you can see there which model you have. The pearl white is the default one, and it's designated by the model name MB559U3S-1S, while the black version is designated with the -1SB. And as you can see, the other features here we've glossed over. You have the aluminum body and partial plastic use, and compatibility with Windows 7 and Mac OS X as well. And let's start opening the package so we can see what the contents are inside. Let's open it here from the top, and see that each compartment is labeled to what contains. For example, here you have the SATA cable inside, rather the eSATA cable inside a bag, or a box labeled. A USB 3.0 cable. And of course it is blue, and one end is a standard male USB 3.0, and the other end is connecting to the MB559U3S enclosure. And let's see, one more here for the adapter for the power. Since it is a 3.5-inch drive, and especially if you're running a 7200 RPM drive, you would require external power, and it's provided by this power adapter right here. Just going to simply connect this to your enclosure and connect this adapter to your wall. And inside we can find the enclosure itself, and there, before I go over that, let's make sure that the box is completely empty. Here, of course, there's a bag of screws in here for installing your drive inside the MB559U3S enclosure. And make sure that this compartment is completely empty. Maybe there's one more set of screws in there. And this is actually for, these appear to be 4 silicon standoffs, so you just stick onto the enclosure if you want to. If you don't want to mount it vertically, as you can see in your picture, you want to mount it horizontally, you can use these silicone standoffs. And here in the package with the enclosure, you're going to find, just opening up the tape there, the manual. It is a fold-out manual in multiple languages showing the accessories, and just a quick installation guide and connectivity guide. And of course here we have the MB559U3S Ultra Slim enclosure itself, and you can see it looks very sleek looking. This is the pearl white version, and the external cover is obviously aluminum, high quality. You can see here on this side, which if you put it vertically, this is the top part where the heat will exhaust. And here at the front, you can see the drive enclosure itself. Of course, just open it by flipping that switch downward. You can pull out the caddy inside. We'll go over that later once we do the installation, but for now, let's put it back and continue with going through the features here. Here at the bottom, you have these feet for elevation. Actually, here at the back, where you have controls for it, just simply press this button right here, and see there, they eject, and so you basically have a stable vertical mounting. And to put it back, you just simply put it together like that at the bottom, and then now they're locked in place. And one more feature here, you have some Kensington lock hole there, and it's like eSATA port, the USB 3.0 port, the power connector, and the on and off toggle switch. And as I mentioned, let's pop open the ICY DOCK MB559 enclosure. You can see in here, it comes with a silica gel, of course, to absorb all the moisture inside. Since this is first time we're opening it, just take that out completely. And this one appears to be some sort of plastic rod here that keeps it stable. It's not a tool-free installation, unlike some ICY DOCK's enclosures. And of course, you're going to need a screwdriver to install a drive in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some tools here and prepare some of my drives to show you how to install a hard drive inside the ICY DOCK MB559U3S enclosure. To install a 3.5-inch hard drive inside the ICY DOCK MB559U3S enclosure, you of course need to take out the hard drive mounting easy slide tray in here, where you can, shown in the overview, you just simply slide this lock to the right if it's vertical, or downward if it is on top of your desk, and just simply pull it out. And you are going to need a screwdriver to install a drive in there. You just put this enclosure here in the front, and of course there is this little plastic stabilizer in here. You don't need that to install the drive. It's basically just there, so when you can actually slide your enclosure into the drive cage when nothing is installed. So using a Phillips head screwdriver in there, you can just pull it out, and on the other side as well. You can see that these rails here on the side, these are aluminum. That also helps dissipate some of the heat, since it is a slim enclosure and there's not too much space in there for your drive. See there, and just align your hard drive to the appropriate mounting hole. See there on the left side, and take the screws provided in the accessory package and screw it in place. Just to save time, I'm only going to screw 2 screws here, just to you get the idea. You can screw 4 screws in there, but I'm going to, for this demonstration, just so that it is quick, I'm only going to screw 2 screws here. Of course, you want full stability, you want to screw all 4 screws in place. And this also supports ultra slim drives, like those single platter drives from Seagate. You see, it will look like this, and there's a little bit more space here at the top too, depending on the size of your drive. And once you've done that, just simply slide it in place. Make sure that the lock is in an unlocked position, or else it won't slide back inside. And you just push it in, and voila. Of course, you need to plug in your appropriate cable you want to use, your power and USB 3.0, or your eSATA at the back. Of course, if you want to use eSATA, you would want to plug, depending on your motherboard, of course, you want to plug it in before the system boots. You can get detected. And USB 3.0, you can just plug it in and plug it out if your motherboard supports it. Of course, the power switch at the back as well. Now, when that's powered on, it actually has an LED indicator here on the side. Shows the drive activity if your drive supports it. Now, you're probably wondering, what about 2.5-inch or SSD drives? Now, the official specs doesn't say that it supports 2.5-inch drives, but you actually can, technically, through the use of an adapter, something like the ICY DOCK MB559U3S-1S converter, like so. I'm going to demonstrate it now. I'll put in an SSD drive inside, and you just unscrew screws here so we can install our SSD. And be careful to keep track of the screws, because they are quite small. And the good thing about it is that this is also compatible with other devices that use this easy slide tray that ICY DOCK uses. They also have a couple of NAS devices and a couple of other enclosures that support that, and of course to install it inside the MB559U3S-1S 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch hard drive enclosure. All you need to do is simply open that up, put in your 3.5 inch or your 2.5 inch SSD drive inside, and slide it into place. Now, on ICY DOCK's website, they indicated through internal testing, they showed that there is no noticeable huge drop in performance when it comes to directly plugging in your SSD or plugging it through these ICY DOCK converters, so it shouldn't be a problem. Same way you would install a hard drive, since the MB559U3S-1S-1S has the exact same form factor as the 2.5 inch drive. As you can see there, that the mounting holes align. So it's put it in place. That's what they actually provided 4 screws. There's 4 screws in the bag, accessory package, and there's 2 more screws here. You can screw up to 6 screws in total. You can see there the lines as well. So again, as just to save time in this demo, I'm only going to screw 2 screws, and if you want, you can screw all 4, or rather all 6 screws if you choose to do so. There you go. And just simply slide it in again, make sure it's in an unlocked position. So it goes in, push it in place, and you're good to go. Fully compatible with 2.5 inch and 3.5 inch drives, and of course 2.5 inch drives with a fully compatible converter. And of course we are going to test the USB 3.0 speed as well as the eSATA speeds into our system. And thanks for watching. You can read the rest of the review at www.hightechlegion.com, and you can watch more of our videos at youtube.com/hightechlegion. Leave us a comment, questions, and again, thanks for watching, and see you next time.